People who've been in toxic relationships, how did it feel to finally be in a healthy relationship? You're insane, my boyfriend Ralph screamed as I held up his phone with another woman's flirty messages to his face. We didn't even do anything. She's just a friend. He snatched the phone from my hand and deleted the conversation right in front of me before throwing the phone down onto the couch. There, deleted. Happy now? He said in that tone that always made me feel like I was the bad guy for bringing it up in the first place. No, I'm not happy. It's still cheating even if it's just flirting. Even if you deleted it, I yelled, trying to reach for his phone again to block her completely. He grabbed my wrist and pushed me against the wall, punching a hole next to my head while I cried. And every night went on like this. Always something to fight about, always calling me psycho and crazy for catching him talking to another girl when I was right here, and somehow always ending with me apologizing for going through his phone and making a big deal each time he changed his passcode. We broke up and got back together 40 times in 1 year, until one day, my heart couldn't take it anymore. And the last goodbye really became the last. But it didn't matter. The trauma was there. So when I met someone new, I carried the heavy baggage with me, thinking it was completely normal. I wasn't trying to date, it had just sorta happened. I was at my friend's birthday party when a guy, Drew, walked over and asked for my number. I'm not ready for anything serious, I warned him. He just smiled and said gently, of course, but please keep my number. I'd love to treat you to coffee one day. So we scheduled a coffee date, and each time I got cold feet and canceled at the last minute. And to my surprise, he wasn't angry. But then again, kindness was just a trick every guy played, and Ralph knew how to act nice and sweet when it counted. It's just coffee. And you know, not everyone is Ralph, my friends told me, pushing me to finally meet Drew again. So I went. And the first date ended up being seriously weird. Drew placed his phone on the table and had it face up the entire time. Whenever a notification came up, he didn't grab it or flip it over or hide it. In fact, he'd apologize to me and show me the messages and tell me all about his conversations with a coworker or a friend. And I thought to myself, am I allowed to hear all this? And when a notification from Yvonne popped up, he clarified who she was to him and sent her a message informing her that he was currently on a date and would chat later. I was shocked, frozen. Sorry, I called this a date. I hope it's okay with you, Drew said after seeing my expression. Then on our next date, before making reservations at a restaurant, he asked me, is it okay we go here? It's a place my ex and I went to before, so I'm just checking to see if you're comfortable with that. It's just, I want you to try these amazing fried lobster balls that they make. And I didn't get it. He was asking for my permission to go to a restaurant, and it didn't even feel like I was getting tested. And the weirdest thing about him was how he always had a solution for something. Like when we disagreed about where to have lunch, he decided, all right, let's go with your pick today and mine next time. And that was it. There was no arguing, no name calling over, no, my choice is better than yours. Even when I saw a girl like his photos and saw how uncomfortable I looked, he dropped everything and sat down, scrolling through her profile and messages together, answering any questions I had about her. And at the end, he still left it to me to unfriend if I really wanted to. But I never did, which surprised me too. Everything with him was so easy and calm, but I was always scared, waiting to see when the script would finally flip with him. Then one day I broke down completely. I had been cooking in the kitchen of his apartment and I spotted a car that looked exactly like Ralph's through the window. I knew it wasn't his, but my body didn't care about logic. So I fell to the floor, sobbing and shaking, trying to breathe while my brain screamed that Ralph had found me. Drew rushed over from his office and sat down beside me, holding me close and stroking my hair while I cried. I'm so sorry, I kept saying. This is too much. I'm too much. You didn't sign up for this crazy. I will. I'll leave. Hey, Drew said softly. I know it's tough, but you didn't do anything wrong. You're not crazy. The things you want and need will never be too much for me. So cry all day if you want. And when you feel better, we'll figure this out. That was the first time I cried and actually felt relieved after. I started therapy the next week and found out I was literally addicted to the chaos and so used to stress that peace and quiet felt like a bomb. But Drew never rushed me to get better. Your trauma is part of your story, but it's not who you are, and it won't end you. So unless you tell me to leave, I'm not going anywhere. I never did, and he's been by my side ever since.